Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having an incredible day as always. Please understand that I am not, nor have I ever been, a financial advisor. Anything I say here is not to be taken as investment advice. That basically covers it. Anything you hear here is for entertainment purposes only. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're going to be talking about some NFTs that I'm buying right now. For those of you who are unaware or have never been here before, I like NFTs. I like buying NFTs, and I also like buying official NFTs, simply because I think that the actual longevity of the market will be a mixed bag as far as a couple of really fun, really new NFT projects that kind of sprout from nothing. However, I think that the big brands who are actually releasing NFTs right now, I think that that's going to be the big... these will be the winners to me because they have the actual licenses. Easily said. The first thing, and these two kind of merge into each other, not the actual Timon and Pumbaa themselves, but it's the Timon and Pumbaa and the Cogsworth and Lumiere NFTs that are currently on Vivi. The idea is that they've been, so this partnership with Disney, they released these golden moment statues. If you've ever been to Disney World and you walk around Disney World, they have 50 statues across the entirety of the park. And they're releasing these statues in the form of NFTs. During the last market bull run cycle, before Timon and Pumbaa and Cogsworth and Lumiere were actually even released, a lot of these were hitting multiple thousands of dollars. Since the market has begun to come down a lot a bit, these have also, of course, fallen in price, but they've never really reached their apex, I think, of how high that they're actually going to go. For those of you not looking at the screen, I would assume you're looking at the screen. This is $65. This is a gem that they have on Vivi. A gem is equal to $1. It's basically their stable coin. I think that these are going to be going a lot higher. I believe I have 2 of each so far. A lot of the other ones are a little bit out of range. There's one of Elsa, the Ice Queen Witch Woman. I think she has... I think hers is over 1,000. There was also the R2D2 and C3PO. Those are both over $500, $600, $700, somewhere roughly around there. And they were also $2,000 to around, I think, $4,000 as well. So I believe myself and my marketing strategy is that so many people don't understand what they're really actually giving up. We've been told so many times, and it's been speculated on as well, but there's also been hints thrown at us that a lot of this will have actual real world utility. You will be able to use these in the real world. This has not been, finalized in any way, whatever. These are still rumors going around, but a lot of people have been wondering, with the partnership with Disney, what actual utility these things will have. And it's more of like not the utility of being able to see it around your house. Like, you'll be able to use these in a real world for a certain purpose, i.e. I hold 5 of these Golden Moments NFTs. Do I get some kind of a special feature, or do I get a 20% off, 50% off, or a free ticket when I try to go to Disney World? These pumped very heavily before. Once again, not the Timon and Pumbaa or the Cogsworth because they weren't out yet. But during the last actual bull cycle, especially on Vivi, these things went crazy. And there's a lot of people, because a lot of these do have very low edition numbers, and there aren't that many of them around the world. A lot of them have been flying off the shelves, if you will, especially if you pay attention to what's happening often on Vivi. A lot of times prices will drop or go down, but so does the actual available supply of these things on the market. There's not a lot left of them. Even those that had over like 10,000 for sale initially, it continues to drop. These are also very popular characters. Like, these aren't unrecognizable characters. In our childhood, or even now, we've all seen these movies. So yeah, I have 2 of each. So I'm going to try and get 2 more. $65 seems like a complete joke, especially for who the characters are and how rare these things are and the actual significance of them in Disney World, like the actual park itself. So these are kind of super easy buys, at least for me. This is also a bit of a, for those of you who don't know, a lot of people care about like firsts. That is the number 1 and then ST. The idea being that this Spider-Man right here was the first official Spider-Man to ever be created on a blockchain. It is the first official, Marvel official, Spider-Man NFT. There's a common version and uncommon version, a rare, an ultra rare, and a secret rare. However, this one has this like aura around it, as it was the first one, if you will, to ever hit the blockchain, or so the actual legend goes. During the actual last hype cycle market moving up, I think these were over 1,000. Correct me if I'm incorrect, but I remember these shooting up quite dramatically. I remember I was telling you last time in the other video that the Amazing Spider-Man #1 comic was $4 and then ended up going to several $100s. The same exact thing. When I got into the app, these were $12, $13, $14, and I was like, I don't want to spend that much on it. And now thinking back at it, if I had bought 1,000 of them, that's $200,000 basically right there, especially if the price continues to go higher. There's a lot of speculation. I think there's like an NFT holy trinity, if you will. It is the Spider-Man NFT, the Todd McFarlane Batman. What's the last one? Superman. The first ever Superman also put onto a blockchain is also on this platform as well, because VV has partnerships with DC, Marvel, and Disney, with many other companies, but those 3 tend to make the most popular list. I think I own 3 or 4 of these. I don't know the exact number. I have a lot. I have a lot of everything. I'm constantly just buying, but it's more of a, I personally believe, based off of the prices that we had before, at some point we're probably going to see a $400 Spider-Man again. Like, i.e., even right here, like I always love to do the scroll, and it's basically like I'd simply just scroll down to see like what prices are and like where they're going. The prices rise pretty quick, especially if a whole bunch of them end up being purchased. And I'll even show you how crazy that it gets, because a lot of people make sure that they sell theirs for like an appropriate amount that they think that it should be worth. It hits 40,000 pretty quick. Floor around $40,000 for it. $88,000 floor, and then it kind of just ends up going into the millions. And at that point, there's no one after that. But yeah, these are also very low mint numbers as well. 94. There was another low mint I also passed by. Number 77. That's kind of completely insane. But yeah, this is definitely one that I'm going to be picking up more of. I am completely blown out of the water for the ultra rares price, but I have I've gotten the common, the uncommon, and the rare at least. That is kind of, I think the ultra rare, can I even find it here? Hold on, let me see if I can try and find it. Of course, I broke the website, so never mind for that one, but let's move on, because I'm pretty sure the website just broke. It also still is in beta, so, let that one slide. But the ultra rare, I'm pretty sure, is $1,000 or $2,000, maybe $2,000 or $3,000. It's quite high. But the secret rare is the one that's over $20,000. So, that one's going to be super expensive in a couple of years. This is, okay, so this is, I love comics. I love buying comics. This one's a bit of a no-brainer for me as well. For those of you who don't know what this is, and I'm not going to be cheesy, when I see this, like, my heart almost skips a beat. I've been collecting comics since I was a little kid. And I remember this was almost mythical to me. So you all know Captain America. Cool, got it. His first appearance was like in 1941 or 1942 in the comics. For some reason, like, his character literally just kind of disappears in the comics. He's kind of overtaken in popularity by the Fantastic Four, the Human Torch from a long time ago, Namor, who's the Submariner, and many other comic book characters, yada yada. At some point, they create the Avengers, and Captain America still isn't there. And then in 1963, they released the Avengers #4, which is the cover that you're seeing, the comic right here. And they bring him back to life. They kind of like defrost him, or I don't know exactly what takes place, but this is his first appearance in the Silver Age. The idea being, once again, there are multiple ages in comics. There's platinum, there's gold, there's silver, bronze, copper, and we're currently in modern age. But as a kid, this was obtainable, but still expensive. No one I know off the top of my head is willing to spend $3.5 million for a low grade Captain America #1 from the 1940s. And no one is going to be throwing around that kind of money. So this was like the book to have. Like, if you had the first Silver Age appearance of Captain America, you were kind of the coolest kid in the area. And then they released it on VV, and I was like, I saw it, and it caught me by surprise because I wasn't expecting them to release this. I was waiting for the next Captain America movie for them to actually do it. And the price to me is a little weird. It's higher than other common comics during the market downturn, but the idea of being able to acquire this for $10.48 boggles my mind. I'm going to be buying a lot of these. I've been focusing on, if you saw the other video, I've been focusing heavily on those comics, buying as many as I possibly can. I only have 10 of these so far. I don't know if I can make it to the whole, like to the 100 count, having 100 of these, but this is such an iconic cover. Like, it's impossible to actually put into words, even for like lower air quotes grade comics of, 7.0, 7.5, 7.0, 5.5 grade of these. It's an incredibly popular book, and it always will be. And I don't think there's even been any 10.0 grades. I don't think there's any 10s. Maybe not even a 9.8, maybe just a 9.6 on the actual census. But yeah, this one for me is similar to like Amazing Spider-Man #1, kind of, at least in my mind's eye, as far as like how popular the character is, and to be able to potentially own the actual digital official NFT version of it that is also readable. I think we're going to definitely at some point see some really huge numbers. The sell walls are intense, and I think these are being done on purpose. I don't know if I spoke to you about that before. These sell walls on VV are very cleverly done. If you've noticed, if you're on the app, you'll see that the amount of editions of something continue to drop, the amount of available on the actual app. But the actual sell walls are usually always multiple, whoever they might be selling. But it's the same general number over and over and over, 15, 15, 15, 15. And it creates a sell wall because people eventually just start putting their stuff cheaper and cheaper. But the other stuff continues to be bought up by whales behind the scenes as other people just simply aren't paying attention. At some point, these numbers end up disappearing because there's so few left. It's very cleverly done. Whales know exactly what they're doing. They're doing it to other markets as well. But this is almost a joke to me. $10 for the first appearance of Captain America in the Silver Age is like, what are you talking about? Especially compared to like the 5, 6, 7, 8. I think in higher grade, it should be $30,000, $40,000 easily. Like, actually easily. Yeah. Moving on. So there's also another big one. I'm only going to try and get like 2 or 3 more of these. This is the first official Black Panther NFT. The common version, and it has the FA tag, which is a first appearance, which is also very popular. Or, I don't want to say important. It is a popular characteristic to have for an item. As you know, other NFTs come out, they will not be the first appearance, but this one will always be the first appearance of Black Panther on the actual blockchain. I have a couple of these. I have the uncommon and the rare as well. Black Panther is a gigantic character. Like, let's not even kid ourselves here. The fact that these are still even on the website for this price is almost completely laughable. The next movie, I believe, is coming out sometime in October. I believe that's what it is. No spoilers here, if you will. But the guy who played him last movie will not be in this one. Cool. We all understand and know why. But there are indications that at some point they're going to recast or hire someone else, because the Black Panther is still very popular in the comic books. Like, his comic books are always selling out all the time and going to multiple prints and what have you, so on and so forth. But These I think are also going to do extremely well when the market does actually pick back up, especially once the actual energy and the hype of the movie ends up coming around once again, and we see the first appearance of maybe even his comic on the platform. I think that's going to cause people to go completely insane. I'm also hoping they actually release it. I'm, holding my breath over here. But I mean, they have the first appearance of Doctor Strange, which is worth even more than the first Black Panther. So sky's the limit on that one. Yeah, I would definitely be picking up more of these. I don't think they're going to remain, what is it, $25? $28 forever. No, I don't. I don't think so. Yeah, next one. These two are kind of like matched together. I know this looks a little weird for those of you not looking at the screen. If you are looking at the screen, these are called Mighties. Not my favorite thing in the entire world. However, here's the grain of salt. Speculation time. It's been speculated, and people are talking about this on Twitter, that allegedly, apparently, nobody knowsily, at some point there might be a video game that comes out that's based off of Mighties through Marvel. And you will be able to use the NFT versions of these characters that you have within said video game. That's the rumor, at least. So a lot of people have been buying them up. I think even from a speculation standpoint, there were tons of other Mighties that were also released when I first started using the app. I think it was June, July, August of 2021. I remember it was hot outside. I remember the exact month. I just remember it was definitely warm, and it was last year. There were tons of other Mighties on the platform already. I think some Fantastic Four stuff, and they were $2, $3, $4. Maybe you found one for like $5, maybe if you were lucky. There was like a Falcon, like the new guy who's playing Captain America. He was also on there, and it was, dust. It was worth absolutely nothing. And then during the actual last market move up, the actual, bull run, a lot of those hit like $35, $55, $75, $90. And I was like, once again, NFTs prove to me not only about the liquidity of being able to buy and sell them at rapid speed, but also the idea of like just how much of profit that is. Even if you bought something for $4 and you sold it for $8, you've doubled your money. This is the first appearance Mighty of Jane Foster, who's currently the new Thor. If that, how do I say this? If that character continues being popular, which I assume that it is going to be, I don't assume that her first appearance, especially one that could be played inside of an official Marvel video game that also has, there's not a huge amount of additions for this, is going to remain at 17 for a very long time. Same exact thing with the Thor one. The Thor isn't the first edition, but it's still only 10 gems. Imagine how many people in a game are going to want to, especially, I don't know if Marvel would ever create a play to earn game, but that would be absolutely ridiculous if they had something like that where like you could use the actual Mighties. It's kind of the same exact thing. What's that other game? It's Axie Infinity, where you have to like buy the NFTs of the monsters to be able to fight with them. It all seems completely possible. And once again, these sell walls are so good if you're trying to buy, because it's constantly, people only put stuff beneath these prices, but the amount of these on actual sale available on the market continues to dwindle all the time. I think I have 3 of these so far. I think 3, and I think I only have 2 or 3 of the Jane Fosters. I'm not really sure. I have to look at my phone. I'm going to try and get to 10 of each. I feel like I also might have like even like a couple of weeks or maybe a little bit longer while prices kind of remain where they currently are, because some of the prices are weird. A lot of times, that's the broken one. A lot of times, if you've been on the app, especially recently, you see like a lot of the prices are actually starting to pump again. A lot of people are, I think, realizing what's going on and are starting to pick up some really good bargains. A lot of the comics that were for $2 are now like $7 and $8. So, yeah, this is what I'm buying today, if you will. Yeah, it's a very interesting platform. I love that they actually have the actual, licenses with these companies. I think otherwise it would be a bit weird, but these are like official. These are like actually from them. And I think this is why it's going to... I wanted this one so bad. Let me see if I can see the price. 425 for the secret rare. Not terrible by any means, but the price rises rather quickly. If you go like this, you quickly get to $350,000 for it. Yeah, I definitely wanted this one. Anyway, do hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. Do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.